Thank you for joining us for Late News Tonight. I'm Nazi Javid. Glad you're here with us. We begin tonight in Minneapolis, still reeling from the death of Alex Pretti, killed by immigration enforcement yesterday. In dueling news conferences today, federal and state officials offered starkly different messages about the immigration crackdown that has swept across Minneapolis and surrounding cities, with both claiming the moral high ground after the most recent shooting death by federal agents. There's now a memorial growing at the site where 37-year-old Alex Pretti was shot and killed. Tonight, local candlelight vigils were also held in both Woodland and Davis. This as Sacramento-area lawmakers from both parties are reacting tonight as President Trump blames Democrats for what he calls chaos in Minnesota, with federal immigration operations there under scrutiny after the recent deadly shootings of both Alex Pretti and Renee Good. President Donald Trump is not backing down, posting on social media Sunday night as backlash grows over deadly shootings during federal immigration operations in Minneapolis. The president says Democratic policies were to blame for the deaths of Renee Good and Alex Pretti, saying Democrat-run sanctuary cities and states are refusing to cooperate with ICE and are encouraging agitators to unlawfully obstruct federal operations. The post comes as federal immigration enforcement in Minneapolis remains under intense scrutiny after Pretti and Good were killed this month in separate incidents involving federal agents, according to authorities.
What's the plan, Donald Trump?
Democratic Congressman Bera says there are still unanswered questions about what happened after the shootings.
What I'm told is that the federal officials took the evidence and did not let the state investigators go in there. So it does, to me, smacks like they're trying to cover up evidence. Let's actually just find the truth here.
Bera says without transparency, public trust could continue to erode. And after being briefed by Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, he is calling for a calmer approach while investigators do their work.
The best thing to do right now is to call for de-escalation and call for a full and transparent joint federal-state investigation.
That rhetoric is not acceptable.
Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley says he also supports a full review of the incidents, but warns against rushing to conclusions before all the facts are known.
We absolutely need a full and transparent investigation. Any given snapshot can only tell part of the story, so we absolutely need to get to the facts.
We are not afraid.
In Davis Sunday night, community members held a vigil to honor the victims as calls for answers continue. Kiley says de-escalation should include lowering the political temperature as federal immigration enforcement continues.
We all need to just dial down the rhetoric a little bit and stop, and try to appreciate the way that some of this provocative rhetoric has perhaps contributed to the conditions that have led to these tragedies.
The president now demanding that state and local officials formally cooperate with his administration to enforce federal laws. Meanwhile, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has called for an immediate withdrawal of ICE officials.